Hello, the Deborah Women. Welcome to another episode of the Deborah Women podcast. So we started a new series termed "Forgiving Yourself." That's self-forgiveness. Yeah, self-forgiveness. So last week we talked about how we hold ourselves so much, hold ourselves back with things that held us bound, like unforgiveness, not to others but to ourselves, because we feel terrible with what we've done, and we feel God cannot forgive us and God cannot accept us back. But and last week I was able to give us biblical scriptures, where God talked about you coming to him with your sins as you are, right? As you are, as dirty, as heavy, and all as you are, just come to him, right? And he will forgive you, right? So you don't need to hold yourself bound with those sins that has so much beset you and kept you in a place, right? So today we're going to be talking about keys to forgiving oneself, right? Keys to forgiving oneself. Today we're going to take one key, and that key is clarifying responsibility. Clarifying responsibility. What does that mean? A lot of us are holding things or carrying a burden that was not cursed originally by us, right? Clarify that responsibility. You are not the cause of that thing that have so held you bound. Yes, most of us are guilty, are feeling guilty and not forgiving ourselves because of the rape that we had. It was not your fault. You've been in that place for too long. It is time for you to come out. It was not your fault that you were raped. It was not your fault that that child died. It was not your fault that that relationship collapsed. It was not your fault that your parent died. It was not your fault that you lost your loved one. It was not your fault that you lost your husband. Stop beating up yourself. Stop beating up yourself. Some of the traumas that happened to you when you were a child, you are still holding on to them, feeling, okay, is there something I would have done differently? Was it my fault that I was abused? Was it my fault that that relationship didn't last? Was it my fault that I lost my husband? Was it my fault that this? What is my fault that that? Was it my fault? So you have held so much inside of you that you're not willing to forgive yourself and let yourself loose from that captivity. It is not your fault. In today's keys of forgiving oneself, the clarifying responsibility, it is not your fault. You have to let go of that trauma that so much have kept you in the dark for so long. You have to let it go. It is not your fault that it happened. You have to forgive yourself. Some of you were like, if only I'd done it differently, maybe it wouldn't have happened like this. Or if I was not this, maybe this would have happened. Can you let go? God is telling you to let go, that you should come, you should look unto him, you should come. You should let go of that burden. It is not your fault that you lost that child. It is not your fault. Oh, if I've done it this way, maybe I wouldn't have lost the baby. If I had responded quickly, maybe I wouldn't have lost the child. Oh, my relationship, if I behaved in a certain way, maybe it is not your fault. Oh, I lost this relationship. If maybe I had done this relationship wouldn't have. It is not your fault. Stop beating yourself up. Even if it is your fault, God is calling you. Come, let me make it right with you. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 down to 23. He said, "Come unto me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The Lord is telling you that you should come to him, that he will give you rest. He's the only one that can give you rest from that situation. He's only the one that can make things right. He's telling you today that you should come. Come, let me make that thing right for you. Come, let me take that burden away. Verse 29 said, take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and lowly in heart. The Lord is gentle and lowly in heart. He does not have judgment. He's not judging you. Unlike men will judge you, the Lord is not judging you. He's telling you that you should come, that he will make it right for you. And he will fill you with, that you will find rest for your soul. Come to him and you will find rest for your soul. Verse 30 says, for his yoke is easy and his burden is light. So come to him today with that burden. Forget it, whether it was your fault or it was not your fault. God is telling you, come that way, come as you are. Come as you are. Come to me, lean on me, trust me. I will take it all away. So the Lord is speaking to someone today. Stop hiding in the dark anymore. Stop blaming yourself anymore. Come to me, that I may give you rest. So that's my word for you today. God is telling you that you should come to him and he will give you rest. I pray that this bless you. So till we see again in our next episode.